All right, boys, so we are back working on the 435. We have a ton of parts ordered. The hammering noise is, we're getting some dents out, so we'll show some of that, but I wanted to go over a few things here before we start working on it in the next day. You guys will see all this in the same video, obviously, but might as well update you guys. So we do have the axle in. Ignore this tail light. Jake got a little excited while he was putting it in and kind of maybe broke it, but he ordered a new one, so shout out to him for doing that. This is Vic. He's new here. You want to say anything? Okay. So you guys will probably see him on the channel quite a bit. Jake just hired him in, so he'll be here pretty much every day that I'm here too, I would assume, other than the late nights. But as you can tell, we've got the dents kind of taped off. I want to show you guys this one here in the back because this one was interesting. So if you guys remember this one, we were like, yeah, it looks like somebody tried to get to that. Sure enough, they tried really hard. They cut out this whole thing and tried to get to it and did a terrible job of fixing it, but I guess at least they tried. This side of the car looks pretty much perfect. I think that he already did the dents on this side, unless there just was none. But over here on the hood, he's got some more to do. But he's working on that fender one right now that was really interesting. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out because it was very wavy in a bunch of spots. So we'll see. But yeah, there's quite a few dents everywhere. I mean, did you count how many dents were on this thing?
They're about 25 on
25?
Yeah, about the right side.
On the right side?
Yeah.
Oh my God, okay. Well, 25 on one side. So yeah, this side is done over here then, and it looks great. I mean, if you just look at this side and this door, we'll head back over to the other side. Yeah, quite a bit of dents over here in comparison. And this one is not great either. Right now he's doing the final pretty much fixing of that handle. Thankfully he's getting all that off, and I guess he went over the interior again and actually vacuumed it right because I don't know who did it last time, but they might have forgot to get a couple things. So now this thing is genuinely clean in here and it looks really, really good. But I have had the steering rack ordered for this for like 2 weeks now and it just hasn't come in. I've called them multiple times. They say that they had to get a new one and that new one was supposed to be there in a day and it's been 3 or 4. So not really the best experience with that, but hopefully they work it out and it'll be fine in the end, but we'll see. And if not, then I'm just gonna order one from eBay because I'm not waiting any longer. But we are still working on this thing. So I guess I'll see you guys once we get more parts in or whenever all these dents are out. I'll give you guys an update about how it looks. So the wing is coming off of So the wing's coming off of the 435 right now. I actually did pick up the steering rack, so that will be going on whenever I'm here. We'll see. But yeah, this is coming off because they made fun of me for keeping it on. So yeah, peer pressure. Peer pressure, and it's coming off. So here we are. Yeah, my Farben Kyber broken wing is coming off.
There's a giveaway coming to the channel.
Yeah, giveaway for this wing, guys. $5 entries. All right, the wing is off. It looks better. I mean, obviously this sticky stuff is gonna come off. Yeah. Just take it off. It looks good. It looks good without it, but we're making a ton of progress on this thing. It might be on the road by next week. We'll see.
Shove it in.
Oh yeah.
So this is the real spot that is supposed to be. New splitters on the car.
This is cost effective. They make them reversible or multifunctional. You can
Farben Kyber everywhere.
It can be a splitter up front or a spoiler in the back. You know.
Works perfect. All right, so it's about a week later. We unfortunately cannot work on the rack on this thing to get the whole steering rack, axle, tie rods, all of this stuff out. But Zach, you're fine with working on the floor, right?
Yeah, we don't have a 2-post either, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, it wouldn't really make much of a I mean, you'd be on this anyways.
I mean, if you have the actual 4-post.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, let's see how much room there is down here.
Plenty of room.
Oh yeah, I mean, plenty might be a stretch, but you're probably good. This whole thing needs to come pretty much apart. I still need to order wheel studs. That's one of the things that I just keep forgetting to order. Things I got to order for this car, I just like, for some reason, don't get in. But yeah, so we're going to work on this thing today. Get this pretty much ready, I hope. I mean, how much do you think that we'll have done today?
Should have all of it.
All of it. All right, you heard him. We're getting it all done today. All right, so Discovery 1 Notice how this axle does not have a like cover on it, or is that technically the hub?
That's the axle.
Hub, axle, whatever, same difference. So the axle bolt does not have a cover on it and looks brand new. And let's go over to the other side. So this is what the other side looks like. So one of these is not stock. Also, KW coilovers. So that means that the hub that blew up on us might be not stock. It's either, what do you think? Do you think that the other one's not stock, or do you think that this one's not stock?
I think this one isn't stock because you wouldn't have the cap. That one still has the factory cap on.
Right, okay, yeah, so there's no cap on this side. So we're thinking that this one, whoever installed it may have installed it wrong, or just blew up from, could it have blown up from the steering rack? Not working?
Not normal. I mean, no, because it would have been the tie rod, not the axle.
Right, okay, well, so that's really weird. I don't know how the same axle blows twice, but apparently it does. So it looks, this is at least a different brand than what's on there already, which is good, at least.
But yeah. That could be anything from, I mean, like, it could be anything. If they don't have this preloaded right, or what, I don't know. Like, it could have been anything.
Yeah.
It could have been a stick.
Could have been a driver error. Could have been a giant pothole. Could have been me when I hit that pothole the other day.
I don't, yeah. Like,
well, weeks ago now, but. Oh, yeah.
Loose as
yeah.
Because the other side don't do that. No. So, it could be this came loose, and then it started jarring it. It could be a couple of things that did. We'll obviously find out.
Yeah. Do it again. Oh, yeah. I don't think anything's wrong there. Oh. There might be something wrong there.
Yeah, that looks kind of fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been off at least once.
Definitely. Oh, that sounds great. All right, so we've got quite a bit off now. Everything's out of the way. The axle is out, so that is what that looked like. It's completely destroyed on this boot. Yeah, that's not supposed to look like that. So that is cooked.
Quality.
Yeah. So now we just need to get the sway bar thing out of the way, or what? What do we need?
The sway bar links need to come out.
Sway bar links need to come out, and then.
Out of the way.
Okay. And then, I mean, I just got to wipe off all of this grease that got slung pretty much everywhere, all over that. So that's what we're doing next.
Well, there's one right there, and then the other one's right there. So we got two bolts.
Okay.
One here, we'll disconnect her too. But
yeah.
One there, one up in here.
Okay.
Same thing up here.
Same thing over there. It's just those 4 bolts.
Yeah, and then we should be able to slide it out, get these out of the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh well, we do have the steering shaft up there.
Yeah, up there somewhere.
So yeah.
Okay.
Relatively straightforward. We haven't broken anything yet.
No, should be pretty.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually got the steering rack out. I couldn't really film it because I had to help a little bit with kind of maneuvering it out because it was a tight space. Not as easy as we thought it was going to be, but I'll show you guys what we had to do. So as you can see, we have 2 jack stands under here. We basically had to move the whole subframe, unbolt the engine from the subframe, and move the engine up, subframe down, and then we were able to pretty much slide everything else out. But this is what the steering rack looks like that we took out. It's obviously really grimy, and I think you said that it was from a junkyard, right? Because you
I wiped it.
There's like a little, you can kind of see the reminiscence of the yellow.
There,
yeah, okay. But that's what that one looks like, the one that we just took out, and the new one, well, not new to us, looks like this. I mean, it's definitely a difference, at least for how clean it is, so hopefully everything goes smooth when we put it in.
Like new.
Yeah. Any input on that job?
You can do it in your garage.
Yeah, I mean, we did it on the floor.
You can do it in your garage.
Yeah.
It's not fun, but you
just
can do it.
Just make sure you have 2 jack stands, and, or no, 2 jack stands, and then you'll be good.
Yeah, you don't got to unbolt the whole subframe, but you do got to drop it down a little bit.
Yeah. And you took off the motor mounts too, right?
Yeah, motor mounts just so the subframe could pull away from the motor.
Yep.
Because you have to clear this side. So you have to clear the body on here. So the body's got to clear this.
Yep.
The engine's got to clear this. It's fun. It's real fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. It was not as easy as it seemed like first glance, but we got it. All right, so we've got this new tie rod going on the end of the new steering rack, and it should be pretty simple from here. Right, Zach?
Yeah.
All right, finishing touches are happening right now. This side is completely put back together. We got the tie rod adjusted. He thinks it was pretty close to perfect, so excited to see that if it is. And then, yeah, we're just finishing up this side. I've got the stuff plugged in underneath. I'll show you that. So we've got this plugged in, but we do need to order a connector for this, so I do need to get that in. But everything else should be pretty solid. So I'm not gonna be really driving it without that connector in just because I don't want anything weird to happen to this motor, but it'll work to at least get it out of the shop for one, and to two, test it to see if everything that we just did worked. I will say one thing that I did notice is there is more resistance on the steering wheel when you're just kind of turning it even though the car is up. Before with the old one, it didn't have like any resistance, you could just turn it. This one has a little bit of resistance, and when you move it, you can kind of hear something in there. So we think that the belt on the old one was actually bad or disconnected or snapped, something, one of the two. So there's a belt in here that obviously that would add resistance to the steering rack, so we both think that that is probably what is going on in the new one, and this one just had no belt. All right, moment of truth. It doesn't feel any different. Actually, I think the car has to be on for it to actually turn on.
You can start it.
All right, here we go. Huh? Yeah, it is a cold start. What kind of moment of truth here? Oh yeah, dude. I mean, there's no weight on it yet, but it feels right. Go ahead and see what you think.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
oh yeah.
It stays there. So
oh yeah.
Nothing. It would go back to center.
Right. Okay. We're making progress. We are making very good progress. All right, the car is down on the wheels. Moment of truth. Let's hop in. All right, it is on. Let's let it start up. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's go. I am so hyped to whip this thing around. Oh my God. Finally, dude. Okay, I am very excited to finally drive this car. By the way, guys, this thing sounds disgusting. You're about to hear it. Oh. There we go. She's moving on her own free will. So in this video, we will not be ripping this thing around, but it is moving. You can turn it with a finger. This thing is gonna be super, super fun to drive. As you guys can tell, this thing sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to get this thing on the road. Hell yeah. So if you guys want to see more videos of this or my other cars, make sure that you guys drop a sub, drop a comment what you guys want to see from this car. I'm going to be comparing it to my M4, S5, and S4. I think all cars are a really good comparison to this one because they're all German. So until the next one, guys, I'm super excited to see how this thing actually drives. But until then, guys, see you in the next one.